So here I like to use a flathead screwdriver with a bit of tape around it. It just plies off the first duct pretty easy underneath that little section there. That pops off and there's just a few lugs, and then same with the left hand side. You just get underneath and just ply it off all in different sections, not to just break it or lever it too hard. And then you've got the bottom section there also that pops off. So now with the 7mm socket here, we can start undoing around the sides of the radio section and the econ. And so you've got one at the bottom there near the lighter section, one at the top, one in the middle. So you got 3 on each side. So 3 on the right and 3 on the left. So you can loosen a bit with the full socket, and then use the end of the socket just to twist it off. It just makes it a lot quicker and easier. But I'm sure you could use a impact, but if you use an impact or a drill, the lugs and the plastic behind it are pretty sensitive, so you got to make sure that you don't break off any bits and pieces off it. So now that we've taken all the screws out, we've got to take the plugs out the back of the lighter. So there's 2 12-volt lighter battery plugs here, and then you take them off because you need to get access to the back here underneath, because there's 2 extra screws that hold on the whole plate, the whole front of it. So now that they're off, you can pull the face of it forward, and now you've got access to 2 plugs. So one on the left and one on the right, and that's for the tune and volume. So after you've taken them out and pulled the face off, you're able to unscrew the actual module. So the module's got 2 screws on either side, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and then you pull that forward, and then you've got two plugs on the right, which are the audio speakers, and then you've got 2 larger plugs. So one in the middle there and one on the left-hand side. And once you pull that out, you got the module. And then with the module there's the code. And then you're able to give the code to ASL, which is a company and a business that's located in Dandenong, which I used. And they only charge $500 cash. So ASL is the place to go. You can either swap it over, or you can take your car into them and they can do it for you. But I find it a lot cheaper to be able to do it myself and do a DIY and take the module out ourselves. So there's the new module. We paid $500 for that. We got quoted by Ford $2.5 grand. So $2.5 grand. So we're saving over $2 grand to do it ourselves. And this is a day job that you could do. So there's the module number, and you got to make sure you got the right module number, because each PX2 could be different, from the Wild Track to the FX4 to the standard XL. So yeah, each one's different. It either has the navigator, or it has the subwoofer. So this one has a subwoofer, so it's a upgraded module. So you got to get the right one. So now we're doing it all back up, but make sure that once you've done it all back up, that you give it a bit of a test run. So you've plugged it in and test run and made sure that it all works and that there's new sound, because you don't want to be plugging it all back up together and realizing that it's faulty or something like that. So you got a 12-month warranty on that with these guys, so great for the price. And you know that you've got a warranty and good peace of mind to know that if it doesn't work, you can take it back. So now we're putting it all back together. So same situation, 3 screws on the side, on each side, and then got to remember the 2 underneath, and then yeah, we put it all back together. So those 2 little screws at the bottom there that are pretty annoying and hard to get to, but once you put them in, it secures it pretty well. And then you got those 2 plugs there that also have to, so they thread through to go to the 12-volt lighter plugs. So once you've screwed those 2 screws in, you can fit that in, and these plugs go back into place like you did before. And on the side, they sort of line up. This front plate sort of lines up on either side, because there's 2 little sections on either side there that go in, and then that's the last of the 2 screws. So one on the right and one on the left, and that goes in nice and snug. So now it's time to put all the face of the dashboard back on, and that all just plugs back into place. But obviously you got to do one section at a time. So the bottom part and then the top part, and then the ducts. So then you put the ducts in last. So now the dash is all pushed back in place. It's time to give it a test run. So turn the power on and turn the radio on and turn it up and see how it goes. So tuned it into what is it there, Triple M, and everything seems to be working well. So the front display is working well, the radio is working well, and the volume's perfect. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.